What's going on, everybody? Man, she's crazy. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday, man. Made it to the end of the peak. Welcome back to the TVP Lounge, man. Hope everybody is doing well on this final Friday of September 2025. What? Tell me about it. I don't know how in the world. Time is flying by, man, but it is. So y'all ain't making every day count like I always try to tell y'all to do, man. You just I don't know what to tell you, man. You ain't gonna have no time and no time. That's all I can say. Listen, it ain't gonna be no me on video stream today. Okay, we gonna do this podcast style. Y'all gonna see my thumbnail up here just because we gonna switch things up. It's a different vibe as we get ready for the turn up next weekend. You feel me? I don't feel like being on camera today. I don't feel like being on stream. I'm just playing with y'all, just messing with y'all, man. Welcome back, man. As I always say every week, if you haven't had a good week up to this point, hopefully you can kick back, relax. Come here, vibe with us, man, on this Friday evening as we wind down Saturday, get ready for a big event next weekend. All my folk pulling the TVP weekend. We officially 7 days away, man. About to the time and dot, too. That's crazy. But, man, it's going to be a wild weekend next weekend. You know, they got that festival going on. It's the Rise Festival going on. You got the Reggae Festival going on. It's going to be some undercover stuff going on, too, you know. Let me say what up to the chat, man. We got some stuff to talk about today. Not a lot of stuff, but just some stuff, man. And I got some stuff I want to get off my chest because I feel like Vegas is going to crash thanks to social media and the way stuff going on. But it's a number of closings that's been going on that I seen this week that's kind of unfortunate. But we're going to get into all of that. And then y'all know we talked about, we didn't talk about it. I made a video earlier this week because Vegas been launching this 5-day fabulous sale. And I dropped it in I dropped the video earlier this week, dropped the link in there. We're gonna talk about that a little bit today to kick the stream off, and then we're gonna get into some of these closures, and we're gonna just ride the rest of the stream. But let me say my what's happening. So STL for you, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Hope everything well with you. Appreciate you pulling up. Victoria, what's going on? Happy Friday. Stephanie, what's going on? Happy Friday to you as well. Jason, what's going on? Said, did anyone catch them a 5-day deal? I hope y'all did. I'm not gonna lie. And if you didn't, you got I'm gonna assume it's Pacific Standard Time. So you might got 6 hours left to get your hands on something. But I hope y'all did. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely did some experimenting, okay? And it's definitely some deals. So I hope y'all did too. T, what's going on? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Say, can't believe we about to be in October. Tell me about it. I know. It's insane. Said time for Vegas for Halloween. Yup, Halloween gonna be a weekend to be out there for sure and be out there in the building. Shout out to the Halloween squad. Mrs. Sire, what's going on, man? Said finally let's hit the smash button like the Hulk. No doubt, y'all do that. I appreciate that. I do my plug later. Y'all know we do that midstream. But shout out to you for coming in here with the energy. Mad love to you for that. Sweeney, what's going on? Good to see you. Happy Friday. So I normally pass it over, but I have a costume. Oh, y'all talking about Halloween. Yeah, Halloween gonna be, y'all know that's my time. I love Halloween for sure. I try to keep that moving every year. So I think it's gonna be a great Halloween this year. I think so too, man. It's gonna be a bittersweet to say the least. My guy Mike, what's going on, man? Good to see you, my guy. I hope everything well with you. Appreciate you popping in. Who that dog? We got Tamara, what's going on? Good to see you as well. Happy weekend to you. KS6, what's going on? Happy Friday. Level 11, what's happening? Said pouring up right now. Say let me do the same to follow suit. Maybe a little mixture for today. Steve, what's going on, man? Good to see you. JD, my guy, happy Friday. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well with you and the family. My boy Rick, yo, what's going on, dog? Good to see you. Shout out to Nick. What up, Nick? Pull that back. Kat, what's going on? Happy Friday. Good to see you, Nick. What's going on? Happy birthday to all indeed. All my folks, y'all already know. If y'all got a birthday going on today, earlier this week, this weekend, or in the coming days, let me know so we can give you your birthday love, because y'all know we love birthdays around here indeed. So let me know what's going on. Slick Rick, what's going on? Salute to Slick Rick. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Kenny, my guy, what's happening, man? Schooner, my guy. TGIF to you as well. Salute to you. Happy Friday. Trey, what's happening? Salute to you also. Saying to my guy Garal. Big G, what's happening, family? Danielle, happy Friday. Good to see you as well. So I've been going to Vegas since 2001. I've been to some amazing clubs, restaurants, etc. Sadly, things closed, but remember, Vegas is always reinventing itself. I like the way you said that. Round of applause. All right, we're gonna get into the stream topic today. Where I want to start. Let's talk about this sale first. Let's start with the sale, okay? First of all, pause. Start with this shot. Cheers, y'all. Appreciate all the continued love and support as always. I really can't believe it's about to be October. We about to really be falling in here for real. It's about to be true story for the fall. It's insane times, but cheers, y'all, man. Okay. Let's talk about this sale real quick, man, because I want to follow up, I guess, from my video earlier in the week. For those y'all might not have seen it, salute to JD. I appreciate that, man. It's happy Friday. I was playing Final Countdown on the way home. Hey, I know that's right, indeed. Hey, time's a ticking. You feel me? Next Friday, I don't know what we gonna do next Friday as far as being on stream. I'll decide that in a couple days. I told y'all that I'm gonna leave that to the folks there. Maybe we'll talk about that in the after party. After party people, y'all remind me. Maybe that'll be a conversation we have in the after party to discuss. We'll reconvene with that. Salute to you though. Appreciate that, JD. And who that? D'Angelo, what's going on? Said see you on Halloween. No doubt. Yeah, I'll be out there Halloween weekend, so for sure. Y'all out there, holla at me. Let me know. Okay. So for those of y'all who didn't see the video, shout out to those of y'all who did and dropped a comment on the video. Yeah, long story short, today your last day. It ain't really much to say. Visit LasVegas.com. That's the main Vegas site. They doing a citywide sale, and I mainly highlighted the highlights. I went through some of the shows after I did the video. I was gonna throw that in there for edit purposes, but nothing really jumped out to me. I looked through the restaurants, and like, I mean, there was some food deals, but if I'm gonna be a bean with y'all, I feel like some of them you could find, if not maybe a slightly better on Groupon, because I dropped a video early in the year for them 25 gems for 2025, and I told y'all that I was trying to get y'all a game on that. Groupon be super clutch for sure, but the hotels were the biggest deals. I actually had a trip booked for next week, and I was looking at rates for Halloween, right? And the biggest deal that I found, one was through Caesars. I talked about it in the video. But if you go into Vegas, I believe they'll let you go up to the end of the year. If you going on the MGM side and on the Caesar side, I'm gonna tell you right now, MGM, the daily resort fee, the $100 daily fee, even if it's at Vdara, Aria, Bellagio, Cosmo, is a steal, man. Resort fees is $60. So if you want to talk about that in comparison to the Caesar side, if you did the resort fee match, I just need yes or no's. This is how we gonna break this down, because I was talking about this after I did the video. How many of y'all, yes or no, do y'all think y'all eat and drink $100 a day? Just in general, from start to finish, when you consider drinks and you consider food, do y'all think y'all eat and drink $100 a day worth of food? Get some yes or no's, because I'm gonna break this down into context, because I know some people was asking about resort fees or whatever, and I was like, taking the consideration what you do on a daily basis for your trip, and then look at what they offering, because there's a lot of ways you could play this move right here. Who that? Keith, what's going on? Happy Friday. Said finally on time. Hey, it's all good. Appreciate you popping up. Hope everything good with you. Marlon, what's going on? Said the Mazda Vegas is highly overrated. No doubt. Stay around for the stream. We'll get to that. I like that you said that. Some of these resorts are baking in those fees. Which fees you talking about? Clarify for me. What fees they baking in? I like that. Let's see. All right, what my yeses gonna say? Yes, nope. Hold on, I want to see the no's. $100 worth of food. Yes or no? No, yes. No, yes, unless I'm watching it. But mostly yes. Shout out to James. What up, James? $100 twice a day. Said yes, I eat very little. Yes, them drinks are expensive. Ikaika, what's going on? Shout out to you. Appreciate you popping in here. Shout out to Hawaii. Said maybe a little more than $100. Okay, we got some yeses and some nos. Okay. Some days more than 100, some days less, but on average I spend over 100. Okay. No, but I can if it's free. Hey, that's the one right there. That's the one. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for somebody to be like, if I don't, I can. Okay. All right. If you don't So this is what I was trying to tell folks. Let's say you do not, okay? And I only asked because, and I wasn't like trying to be smart or sarcastic. I wanted to give y'all a perspective because I know everything is on perspective. So let's say folks finally want to stay at Vdara, because I'm gonna say, I think me personally, when you look at rates and all of the stuff together, Vdara might have been the steal I might have jumped on, Aria too, depending on when I was going. Y'all know I love Cosmo, but I try to stop pushing Cosmo as much as I used to, just to show love to the others. But let's say you wanted to stay at Vdara, for example, right? You got access to everything, but it ain't really no restaurants in Vdara aside from the cafe. Now, let's say on a normal day, let's say you get 2 drinks a day. We'll just say drinks is $17. So that's $34, okay? Let's say you get 2 meals a day. Say they $20 each. So 40 and 34, that's $74, right? Now, I don't know how many times a day y'all eat, but I'm just throwing out. I'm pretty sure everybody eat twice a day in Vegas. Maybe sometimes folks eat 3, but we would say twice a day, $20 meal a day. We'll call that 40, 34 to 74. You an extra $10 to throw, or extra $20 to throw in somewhere. So let's say you wanted to get something nice somewhere, right? One of your meals, but you was like, nah, I'm gonna be a little cautious, because I ain't really trying to go crazy. Well, if you get $100 every day, because I think people was thinking it's $100 credit, but it's a daily credit. So if you out there for 3 days, that means every day you're gonna get $100 in food and beverage. For all of y'all who might have had the desire to try one of these fine dining restaurants, this is your prime time to do so, okay? And if y'all really think about it, anybody going to Vegas, here go a stream loophole for those of y'all who might want to try to jump on here and steal this in the next few hours. Any of y'all who going to Vegas by the end of December but just want to stay one day somewhere, I don't think I saw it has to be a minimum amount of days. If I did, then I stand corrected. But you could just book a stay for a night. And if it come with $100 food and beverage credit, why don't you just book a stay for a night, whether it's your first night and you move or it's your last night, and let them give you $100 toward somewhere nice. Like, what if you wanted to go to Catch? Y'all know I love Catch at Aria. That's one of my spots. If you don't normally spend $100, why don't you use your food and beverage credit there? I mean, go $100 right there. STK. Hey, we shout out to my boy who put me on with the happy hour and I posted that on Instagram too. That everyday happy hour, $7 entrees, $10 drinks. Go there and ball out with $100, you know what I mean? Or if you want to actually go to STK and have a nice dining experience, you got $100 to spend. So when you look at the rates, like I said in the video, my member rates was probably like $150 total less. But when you factor in how much you're going to spend on any given day for food and drinks, so still, you know what I mean? So that's the MGM side of it. And that's what I was trying to tell some folks. I was trying to keep that on low. Like, hey, yo, a couple days, take that free $100. Because let's say you got to pay resort fees, right? You have to pay it regardless. You have to pay the resort fees regardless. But you also have to pay for food and drinks. So why pay for the resort fees and pay for the food and drinks when you can just pay for the resort fees and then they give you $100 in food and drinks? Like, think about it. Why don't you just let them give you free money? Y'all like free play, right? This offer is free food and beverage credit. It seemed like easy math to me. Now, on the Caesar side, I'm trying to tell y'all right now that Caesar's 300 and that Caesar's 400 probably the best deals you can get. And I know that they were promoting the resort fee match, which I think is cool. If you got to pay resort fees and they gonna hit you for the daily resort fee, but they'll match you with a food and beverage credit, that's cool. But you can get your resort fees included with that $300 and $400 match. So you don't got to worry about resort fees because it's included in the total price. And you can use that dining credit all across Caesar's property. So would you rather them match your resort fee? So let's say, for example, you staying 2 to 3 nights, right? The 300 was the one that gave you a $200 food and beverage credit. So that's $100 a day, okay? Or you get $250 if you do the $400 package. So that's like, it's a little less than 100. So that's like $85 a day. But that also includes your resort fee. That's why I said, in my opinion, that's the best deal out of all of the deals. Nobody want to pay resort fees. Well, them package includes your resort fees and they give you the food and beverage credit. So while MGM over there giving you $100 a day, which I think is a great idea, you know what I mean? I think it's a steal, because folks say MGM don't actually give you nothing. This is the one time I say MGM is actually giving people stuff. So y'all got until I'm gonna assume 11:59 p.m. Pacific time to jump on these deals. So if y'all got a trip going in the next few months, what I would advise y'all to do is click on the deals and click on the dates of your trip and see what the total price is and see if it's comparable to what you already have. Now let's say it's gonna cost you like an extra $100 to do this deal, but you're gonna get $100 food and beverage credit. Pay the extra $100 now and get the extra $200-300 in food and beverage when you get there. It's a steal to me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's a crazy steal. All right, what y'all in here talking about? Let me get caught up real quick. Where I leave off at? Said there are 2 of us and we share meals plus 2 good drinks. Yeah, most folks are going at least with somebody, but I'm like, for $100 daily food and beverage credit, you can stretch, especially if folks are saying they don't spend $100 on themselves. You and somebody else going, yeah, y'all can stretch $100 between 2 people for sure. And to be honest, y'all know how y'all can get free drinks. Just throw a couple dollars in a slot machine, get a drink from. Oh, okay, hold on. Maybe that too much stream game. Y'all might gotta hit the like button for that one. But yeah, you get free drinks on the casino. You know what I mean? Sit at the video poker slide. I'm in there. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, free drink. There's always ways around ways. But yeah, $100 is nice every day too. Cause somebody thought it was just once. I'm like, bro, every single day of your trip you get $100. Come on, man, stop. Just got back from Vegas on Wednesday. Hopefully you had a good trip and it was very successful. Doug, what up? Said $100 a week. Maybe I misunderstood. What you mean $100 a week? Not big banking things will destroy the food vouchers. That's crazy. This man is comedian. I had to process that. I had to sit on that. I'm like, wait, what? This man is crazy. Let's see. I see all of what up. Said daily credit. Now that changes the equation. Exactly. And that was what I was trying to point out in the video. But since I'm here on the live, because I might be able to save some of y'all one more time. Okay? Because the deal's still going right now. It's still active. All you got to do, you don't even got to check out. Just look at the total price. But remember, $100 every day. Trying to tell y'all, when you might get your little sandwich or a nice little plate, this might be a time you upgrade one of the meals. That's what I'm trying to tell you now. $100, hey man, somebody give you some free money. Why what do we say around here? We love the free ski, okay? We love the free ski. So you give me $100 free a day for sure. Some of y'all can go from them well drinks to get your little top shelf, get your little Belvedere. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Belvedere. You know who you are. Shout out to some Belvedere. Get y'all a lemon drop game up. It's a lot you can do with $100, but yeah, $100 a day, definitely a game changer for sure. Shout out, I say salute to MGM for that. That was solid. That's a good idea. I agree. Where we at? Salute to you. Saw that. Said you had a good trip. That's what's up. Always good to have a good trip. Said catch is fire. I'm telling y'all, catch is golden for sure. You think this sale will be better than Black Friday / Cyber Monday? Ooh, what? That's a good question. In my opinion, I think this sale will be up there with the Black Friday Cyber Monday sales. In honest opinion, you know, I know. Hey, that's my guy. Shout out my guy Schoon, man. Hey, listen, I know that's something we be like lurking on, but I think this one might be up there with them for sure. And I say that because of the fact that they include in the food and beverage credit, and some of the rates are actually cheaper than what they normally would be. I think this up there for sure. But it'll be, hey, we got something to compare, because I remember the prices and I got the video stuff lost. So we'll see. But that's a good question actually. Vegas was good. A lot of stuff at home. Okay. Trey said, facts indeed. Said, I heard those deals were supposed to last through the first quarter of 2026. Is that true? Nah, I ain't seen that nowhere. Now, this is what I'm going to say to y'all. They pushed this deal out this week. It ends today. That's what they say. They say the deal ends today, but we'll just keep our eyes out and see if there's another deal that might pop up somewhere on the horizon relatively soon. We'll see what people would think. I guess the question is, somebody asked this earlier in the stream, so let me see where the bottom of my chat is. Yes or no? Any of y'all even take advantage of any of the deals? Because I guess that's really the biggest question. They got these deals out here, but I want to know, have any of y'all actually jumped on these deals? And if so, which ones? Because I guess that'll really determine how stuff go. Because imagine you put a deal out here and people just like, nah, this ain't good enough. Now you got to really evaluate what you got going on. Let's see. That's good. That's a good question though. First quarter of 2026 is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's about through the first quarter of 2026. I ain't gonna lie. That's I don't know about that. That'd be like what through Q1 be through March. Yeah, I don't know about that. That'd be kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, indeed. Belvin's way for sure. No. Said I like the Fountain Blue deal, 20% off rates and no resort fees plus the $50 daily food and beverage credit. I think Fountain Blue, I didn't talk much about Fountain Blue actually, but I think Fountain Blue deal was actually pretty good too because of the fact that they took their resort fees away and their food and beverage credit is pretty good too. But I think they already are a sleeper as far as their rates go because obviously their location is a big reason why folks don't like staying at Fountain Blue. But if you look at their pricing just on the norm, like I didn't even check the rates. I should probably do that in an after party to be honest. Just to see what they look like with this deal. But folks who want to stay at Fountain Blue, I think that'd be worthwhile too, because their rates is already pretty good. Said not worth it for us. Yeah, I was getting ready to say some folks I know in the who got members with MGM and Caesars, and I say myself, for some of the stuff I had, it wasn't a true benefit, but for those who don't, it's very beneficial. He said, still think about it, boy. You got about 4 hours. What up, Karina? Said the Rio sent me 3 comp days last Monday, but expires on September 30th. Who gives an offer that an offer that you can only use for a week? You don't have a week to use. I feel like I've seen that a lot this year. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure I've seen that a few times this year, and I think it's wild because in my opinion, it's to try to push a sense of urgency, like, hey, we got a deal booked now. Get this now before it's gone. And somehow, some way, it spin around and you see another deal very similar pop up real soon. So, just part of marketing. You gotta go with the game of the marketing. They're gonna push whatever it is out there to get folks to try to book. But I'm more curious to see. I'm watching across social media too, how many folks actually jumping on these deals, because folks believe it's a last minute effort for them to try to get business, but I think it's a little more behind it than that. Jorgelian, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope everything is well. Maya, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Said no. Okay. I like that. No. Nobody jumped on the deals. We got one still. Think about it. Okay. Rio definitely do got a deal. That's funny. When I saw a Rio deal, I was like, I know somebody who like Rio, but it ain't 3 comps. So because it ain't 3 comps, that's gonna alter some things. So only having a week is crazy. So I think they're testing the waters and maybe adjusting as they go along to tweak it to see if they get a sweet spot. That's very possible. I think they're doing the same thing too. That was also my thought process behind this is I think they testing the waters. And I think they want to see what the demand is for certain things and how far people will go. So I agree with that. I don't think that's a bad idea. Scott, what's going on? That Scott Free said, I got the 400 deal at MGM Grand King Suite called 2 nights for $350 and gonna use the $50 for Bojangles. Hey, that's a winner right there. That's what's up. Cause they renovating all them suites too. That's what's up. $400. I'm gonna hope that includes your resort fees also. But yeah, definitely gotta pull up a Bojangles. Y'all gotta hit up Bo's for sure. I'm telling y'all. I'll be back out there. I'm gonna try to get my way out there for sure. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to grab one. Said Fontainebleau is awesome. I agree. I definitely hate that Fontainebleau is I definitely hate that Fontainebleau so far down where it is, but it's still fire. I still rock with them. Flower Balloon, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Happy Friday. Appreciate you popping in. Needed to be Friday. It's crazy. Said the deal I got when I booked like 4 months ago is better than any of those deals. I actually heard a number of people say that. That's why I asked if anybody actually jumped on the deals. I saw some people saying that on social media, and I compared it. Like I said, I actually did a couple of different tests. I compared it to stuff I have booked now. I compared it to stuff I have coming up in a month or two. And then I looked over some stuff from a couple months ago. So it really ultimately truly just depends on, number one, if you remember these programs and what kind of comps and stuff you got. Because, some people just not booking nothing without comps. So if you one of them people where it's like, if it ain't comped, I'm not going. It's not going to be beneficial. For those people who actually book and travel and try to compare and contrast stuff, those will probably be the folks that is most beneficial for, which is a good number of people. But it also depends exactly what you're looking for too, because there are some deals out there and some people are just like, I don't like them. You know what I mean? It's not good enough for me. And that's a prime example where you just can't please everybody. Let's see. Said I'm waiting the last minute to book. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nothing wrong with that whatsoever. If y'all been around me long enough, y'all know what I tell y'all. Last minute deals, you know what I'm saying? They pop up at any time and you just never know what kind of deal you might get at the very last minute. I like that though. That's what I'm talking about. I said for me, but some of the shows have good deals. I'm not a show connoisseur, but I went through there and I thought some of the shows had good pricing too. But it's like with shows, some people book early, some people book last minute. So I've not studied shows enough to know like what's the good sweet point for show pricing. But it seemed like a lot of folks have said that the show stuff might not be too bad. I'm not the one that can confirm or deny. Said it looked like I'd be staying at Lincoln Harris. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, take advantage of them deals. I can't blame you. Can't blame you at all. Some offer was better than the sale, so pass, but $100 a day is wild though. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you. If y'all got y'all stays comp, I feel it. I feel it for sure. If you got your stays comp, I don't blame you. But $100 a day is a blessing. I ain't gonna lie. I almost considered taking one, but my offer rate, when I compared and contrast what my offer rates was for one of my stays compared to what I would get, I was like, With a James I booked Planet Hollywood for Halloween months ago. 3 comp nights, $250 free play. Oh, that's a steal. Yeah, nah. $250 free play. You must play a lot of slots. That's what. Hey, let me tell y'all what I learned. Shout out to y'all slots players. This is what I learned from talking to customer service and talking to or customer reps, talking to the dealers and them hosts. I talked to a host one time. Now, whenever I hear somebody say they get free play, they play a lot of slots. Because the system just seems to prefer slot players over all players. But $250 in free play is hard to beat, especially with comp night. So I ain't mad at that at all. So I'm already booked for Vidara the 13th through the 20th. Total resort fee $600. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, if it's for work, nah. I mean, you can't do nothing about that, especially if they giving it back too. I ain't even looked that far as rates, but I was about to be like, if there's anything close to you get food and beverage credit, because what's that? A week? Oh, a week for $600 is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's a great deal. Hey, that's a great deal. $600 for a week in Vidara is a phenomenal deal. I just had to look at that again. I'm like, wait, hold on now. Yeah, okay, nah, they probably ain't beating that right now for sure. Said the dirty rice be hitting. I'm telling you, Bojangles is special for sure. All right, let me do my plug. I just see it's 6 o'clock. Let me do my plug. Hey, if y'all in here right now, appreciate y'all. Y'all can hit that like button for me. It's free. Hit the thumbs up button. We got 55 folk in here right now. Let's get the likes. Try to get the likes to 40 likes. 55 in here. Hit the like button. Let's try to get them likes to 40. I think that'd be good. Now I see the emoji, so I got another shot for y'all. And we can go ahead and get into topic number 2. I'm not gonna lie to you, Stephanie, Miss Stephanie, $600 for Fedora. I give you a round of applause. I ain't gonna lie to you. $600 for a week. Sheesh. That's a winner right there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very, very impressed with that one. That's a very good one. It's Happy Friday. I haven't booked any Vegas trips this year. I'll book for next year. Okay, that's what's up. I would definitely make sure if you're going next year and you for sure know where you want to go, you got about 5 hours, 3 to 5 hours to make sure you get that locked in, just in case. Treasure, I said I want to check out Resorts World and Circa. 2 good properties for sure. I'm about to actually get into Resorts World too when I talk about these closings. Because I got to talk to y'all, man. We got to have a conversation, okay? We got to have a conversation. I was thinking about this yesterday as I was in here cleaning up some stuff yesterday as I prepare for my trip next week in this event. But yeah, Resorts World and Circa's. I love Circa. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I do. I love Circa. I don't stay there often because I don't stay downtown. But when I'm downtown, I pop in Circa for sure. For sure. Does Circa still have that deal going on? Yes, they do. Now they the all-inclusive offer. What I did catch is in this sale that they doing right now that ends today, they're throwing in a stadium swim day bed. I think somebody commented on the video with an update and was saying that they won't do it. I think all day for Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football, and at select points on Saturday. But they do give you the day bed at stadium swim along with everything else. So the 2 nights, the resort fees included, the $100 food credit, the $100 beverage. So they separated, which I think is solid. And then this one they throwing in the day bed. Now when this deal ends, is Circle gonna keep it going? I have no idea. I can't tell you that I don't know, but I know they do have it as a part of this deal. Now, my guy said earlier, Black Friday, that might be the next time something like this pop up. So y'all make sure y'all take advantage now. Y'all gonna be waiting for the way things happening right now. Black Friday probably be here in 3 weeks. Time just flying by for sure. Said my rate was still cheaper. I booked at Cosmo months ago. Got some free plate and food beverage credit, $900 a day, but I take the cheaper rate. That's what's up. That's understandable for sure. Said $600 for a week. I'm looking at $750 for 4 days. Hey, that's what I'm saying. And he said at Harris. Hey, it be like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I tell y'all. And she said it booked out. That's for February 2026. We still in September 2025. So prior to now, that's why I be telling y'all, you gotta get out there and look at them rates, man. Them rates be serious. Cheers, y'all. Appreciate y'all support. We gonna talk about some of these closures in the city, all right? There's times, I told y'all, I got a weird feeling about stuff. And it seemed like, shout out to all my locals. Shout out to all my locals that support the channel, show me mad love on Instagram. I know some of y'all catch the replay. Shout out to the replay family too. It's the wrong one. Yeah. Shout out to my replay family too. Hey, I want to give a special shout out to my locals, man. That continue to tap in and show me mad love, cause a number of folks, y'all know who y'all are. We talk sidebar here and there about stuff going on in the city. Some stuff I know about, some stuff I don't know about, but I like communicate through the network. So let me start off by saying I truly appreciate y'all, and y'all know everything I do for this channel is to promote Vegas, to bring tourism to Vegas, you know, and to keep it genuine and show love. You know what I mean? There's never no hate around here. I keep it authentic, and I try to push everything I can as best as I can to those who listen, you know, without being clickbaitable, as you could say. So look, with that said, I say that because I've been talking to a couple people for the last few weeks, and I say this all the time publicly, that we're in a point right now where if y'all how do I want to say this while I'm on a public stream? I gotta keep my words filtered. We're at a point right now in this society where people are not truly appreciative that we still have Vegas to be able to go and enjoy. We're in an era where it's good to be negative and it's good to complain because it gets you attention, which gets you views. So people will continue to put out stuff that's not accurate. People will continue to put out stuff that's click worthy, but don't utilize the full details as people should know. So I'm gonna preface by saying that. So let's talk about some of these closures because I've noticed a couple of stuff this week that need to be spoke on. And I want to start this by asking y'all another question. I just want yes or no. Y'all want Vegas to close down again? Do y'all want Vegas, yes or no, to close down back like it was during the pandemic? I just want yes or no's, and I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna start right there. Do y'all want Vegas to close down? Like, is Vegas too expensive? Is Vegas too boring? Is Vegas too overpriced? Like, is that what folks want? I just want to know for those in here. Y'all want Vegas to close? Because what we finna talk about today, it seemed like this what folks want. And I started to go on Instagram and do this, but I was just like, I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna just have a conversation. I just want to know if y'all want Vegas to close down. I think folks forget about the fact that we really could not go to Vegas for like 3 months, and then when we could, it was extremely restricted. That's why I dropped So I always say I try to do the good. The good stuff don't get recognized. Like, y'all can go through my channel, look at my views right now. Views don't hit the same for certain videos, but other videos get a little bit more attention. But if you go look at my short with the nonsense, that's just where we at right now, and I'm fine with that. Gotta juggle the balance. But I asked this question because if y'all don't want Vegas to close down, then folks gotta stop complaining, and folks need to actually start doing stuff and spending money. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Because I know it's funny to laugh at people talking about how bad Vegas is, or how like the whole Vegas is dead narrative. Vegas is too expensive narrative. Vegas isn't the same. Vegas need to go back to like it was. I'm trying to tell y'all, folks can stay like that. Go ahead. Keep on laughing and running with that and let that keep getting pushed. And what's going to happen is Vegas is going to close. Now, I know some people don't think Vegas will close, and I'm trying to tell y'all right now. If y'all want to gamble and find out, y'all continue feeding into all of this stuff. I see no's. Okay. Said no, I love Vegas. Hell no. I like the hell no's for sure. Shout out Mama TVP. What up? I see you there. Said of course not. Said never boring. Prices go up and down, but it's Vegas, no opportunity. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why. All right. Number one. So we're gonna talk about these closings. I think I talked about this in the stream last week. So if I did, then it's just a reminder. But I want to start here with Sherry After Dark. Y'all know I did a video at Sherry After Dark. I think I posted it in June because I was out there for my birthday. I was out there for Sherry After Dark. They had just kicked off in April, like just opened. Okay, and they abruptly closed. Like, not we're closing at the end of the season or we're closing. Like, they are closed, shut down. Didn't even make it 6 months. I popped in there twice. I made the video, tried to get people to go out there. And some of y'all did go out there too. Shout out to those of y'all who did pop out there and had a good time. I told y'all they had the potential to turn things back around like it was for Chateau. But they closed completely. A lot of people be like, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that. This be the problem. And this is just the hard truth. Everybody say they gonna do stuff, they want to do stuff, but then they do it. Go back to the conversation I be having about priorities. I think we talked about this in the after party, but go back to priorities. And some of the stuff that y'all might want to do gotta be done early, because businesses can't just sit around and wait for people to want to decide one of these days they gonna come and check them out. Sherry After Dark open in April, shut down already. Didn't even make it to the end of pool season. Pool season about to close in a couple weeks anyway. Didn't even make it to the end of pool season. We talked about Dre's, and this my thing with Sherry After Dark too. All my folks who say they want to go to Vegas and go out and have a good time, but they don't want to go to a club. They want to go to a lounge because, you know, some of y'all too old to go to the club, which I can kind of understand, you know, being at the age that I'm at now. That was a perfect spot for y'all to go to. You want to know why? Because they played hip hop, they played mixed genre, they played the throwbacks, they played what's current. Music was a vibe. The Sherry After Dark vibes was very similar to On the Record, and y'all know how much I rave about On the Record. That was the vibes that they was going at, and it's a wrap because they wasn't getting business. Dre's, y'all know Dre's is closing November 1st. I gotta go and double check. I know the beach probably about to close in a couple weeks. So they might close the weekend before, maybe the weekend before Halloween. They might shut it down. But Dre's is closing. Now that one's a little different because Vanderpump took over or whatever. But it's still the principle that it's another place that's closing. So if y'all gonna be in Vegas before Halloween, the final day for Dre's nightclub, the Rooftop. Let me make sure I say this again because I've been seeing some videos going around the recent saying that Dre's is closing. It's the Rooftop that's closing. Like, or people were saying that it's not closing, and I'm just like, y'all got to stop. Dre's nightclub on the Rooftop is closing 100% for y'all November 1st, and it'll end straight November 2nd. Now, the next two that I'm gonna bring up are speculation, okay? Because this is just talk. This is just talk. I haven't seen confirmation. I've heard some whispers. So I'm only talking about this out here. So for those to whom it may concern, pay attention. And I'm gonna start with Daylight. Okay? Daylight. Y'all know Daylight. The hip hop, I say the best hip hop pool party throughout the weekend. Cause on Sundays, Dre's you know, they could be mixed genre. And you know, that's lit Sundays on Daylight. But they like hip hop every day. Hip hop spot. I'm just waiting for the confirmation, but from what I have gathered this week, Daylight may be closed. What? I saw the Neon Vibra folks, because I know I've told y'all about Neon Vibra. They made a post earlier this week. A couple of the DJs at Neon Vibra, that was Latin Night on Saturdays. So all my folks who like Latin Night, say goodbye. You just lost a spot to go to. Neon Vibra said they officially that their run is at an end. It was the same thing with Sherry After Dark. They thanked Daylight, and then they mentioned that the venue was closing. So I was like, what? So I got to reaching out to some folk. So, you know, if they want to make a public announcement or whatever, we'll see. But it seems like Daylight is potentially closed for good. They closed for sure for the rest of the season, but Daylight might be closed for good. Neon Vibra is a wrap. Are they gonna move somewhere else? I don't know. We shall see. But that's another closure. So all y'all folks who like, remember Neon Vibra was lit. You know what I'm saying? Neon Vibra was dope. It's up out of here. Now we talked about this next spot. This is confirmation too. This one isn't rumored. My last one's gonna be rumored. This next one is a confirmation. I think I just seen somebody comment this. Emmis. We was talking about this in my after party fairly recently about the restaurant. Emmitt Smith, he got a restaurant over there in the Fashion Show Mall. It's called Emmis. They closed because of apparently they got $400,000 in debt. It's a notice that they basically back behind on rent, so they owe back rent of $400,000. And they finna close. Well, they closed. The owner locked the doors, and I don't think they finna come up with $400,000 to keep that establishment going. So I know that might not be as big to some people because some of y'all might have not ever had a desire to go. But you know, I know some of y'all cowgirl fans in here. Y'all legendary running back who had a restaurant who was trying to do good things. I never went. We had talked about like restaurants because y'all know I'm trying to continue the food reviews, and so that was a place that came up that was on the list to consider over the next couple months as far as doing a review. But that's closed, probably about to be closed permanent, and it's crazy because Emmis ain't even been around that long. It might have been a year or so that Emmis has been around. It ain't been around that long. It's another closure. So now this last one is this is just speculation, and I don't like speaking on speculation, but I want to just go ahead and put this one out here because I did have a conversation this week, and I saw some reporting about it this week too. Zook at Resorts World. Um, they're throwing out whispers that they might be closing too. Now, y'all know Zook done had Lil Wayne. Y'all know T-Pain for sure. That was like when he had his residency established and was at Zook. Had a lot of folks' attention. Had a lot of folk buzzing. But they might be on the verge of closing too. I know things is not looking good over there as far as some reporting goes. Nothing said that they are closed, but it's definitely eyes on Zook to potentially be shutting things down. Now they're not. There's not confirmation. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just letting y'all know since we in the conversation of things closing, because it can be at the snap of a finger. Something here now and something gone tomorrow. So I was doing some digging online, and I reached around to a couple people, so nothing is confirmed. But I know T-Pain and being there has brought a lot of people attention, and I like Zook. I think Zook is dope. But we keeping our eyes on that. So y'all like Zook, you better get your ass there. Keep going. Keep establishing business, because when y'all keep pushing stuff off and going to certain places, business is closed. And I told y'all when daylight closed, I was like, it's already tough that a spot that a lot of people like had to bounce back from the pandemic and wasn't able to bounce back. So I asked y'all, do y'all want Vegas to close? Because if y'all don't want Vegas to close, y'all better get up out here and start going to places and doing things, and stop trying to get stuff free. Stop trying to get stuff comp. And it's not a shot to nobody personally. This is just a general statement, because on social media, everybody trying to get stuff for promo. Everybody trying to get stuff for a discount. It's a lot of stuff going around on social media, and y'all got to make money. Like, businesses got to make money. Folks can't keep giving folks stuff for free, because then they're going to close, and now you're not going to have it no more. So I just want to put that out there. That's what's going on with the state of Vegas. It's not looking good, man, for a lot of different things. It's really not. And I think that if folks don't want Vegas to close, folks need to start going to Vegas and have a good time. You know what I mean? And get back to whatever the energy was prior to this nonsense over the last couple years. Like, folks need to leave social media alone, or maybe stay away from certain people on social media, and focus on the people that's actually trying to keep Vegas going around. Now, let me get back in these comments so I can get caught up. And then we'll wrap the stream up soon. Where I leave off at? This is what I was want to say. No, what about the workers? Y'all want me to be honest with y'all? I don't think people care about the workers in Vegas. to be real with y'all, I don't think when we talk about what stuff was going on in Vegas, I don't hear people talking about the workers. People don't want to tip. People want everything discounted. People don't want to pay for nothing. So if you don't want to tip, you don't want to pay full price for stuff, you want stuff comp. Y'all know who benefits from that? Nobody. Nobody do. And that's how people lose their job. Because if everything is being given at a discount and the business isn't making no money, they got to cut stuff. Y'all already know we in an AI era. You're already in an era of AI. People already losing their jobs to kiosks. You know what I mean? These self-check-in desks, customer service and stuff is being shipped overseas. You know, people be complaining all the time, trying to call in and talk to somebody, and ain't somebody from the States. Well, what y'all think gonna keep happening? You know, stuff keep getting discount given away. Y'all gonna be talking to robots. They already on the way. So, you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, y'all don't want Vegas, y'all don't want things to change. Well, y'all better start spending some money. And I ain't telling folk go out here and ball out, but you know, I got a number of people that I know in the space, and then I know go frequent who like go on conditions where they not spending, and I'm just like, all right, cool. But then be the same ones that want to double back and like, did you hear this? What's going on with Vegas? This, that, and the third. What you think going on with Vegas? They ain't making no money. How you think it's just anything? Like, imagine your rent going up and your company not giving you a raise. How you gonna keep paying your rent? If your check cover your rent, expenses go up every year. It's the same thing with these businesses. I know folks be so fixated on the fact that they casinos and these casinos got billions of dollars. Let me break something down for y'all who might not follow things like this. I'm gonna give y'all the difference between being independent and being backed by funding, okay? We're gonna start with MGM. Let's look at the MGM clubs. Omnia, Hakkasan, Jewel, Marquee, Tao. They all backed by the same company. the MGM Resorts, and the Tao Group. They all backed by the same company. Tao got places, got restaurants and clubs all across, not just in Vegas. So they got a powerhouse backing them as far as funding, okay? Now, when you look at a club like Zook, it's just Zook. They not all over the place. It's just Zook. It's a company in Resorts World trying to compete with the other clubs, and they don't got it. So if one place in the Tao side was struggling, like let's say like Tao or Jewel was struggling, but Ami over here making crazy money, they can just offset that because they all under the same umbrella. But if you struggling and you ain't got nobody supporting you, you gonna fail eventually. You know what I'm saying? Look at Emmett. Emmett wasn't tied to no chain. It was just him by himself. Fell out. You know what I'm saying? Look at Dre's. Dre's is independent, owned by the Dre's family. Now, again, Dre's, the rooftop nightclub is closing. After hours is going to, I think they're gonna make after hours pretty much into a club where it's 2 rooms. I think that's the plan. That was how it started. That's where they're going back to. And that's why like when people keep saying Dre's is gonna close, I'm like, Dre's is not closing. The rooftop is closing, which is a whole different type of energy, okay? But that's going to the back to the basement. But I'm like, these independent places, Daylight was another independent spot. You know what I'm saying? Daylight ran by themselves. They wasn't backed by none of these other companies. So this what happened when they don't make no money. They close. You know what I'm saying? And this is the state that we in, where everybody want everything like it was 7-8 years ago when the economy was different. Like, we in a different day and age, man, where I'm like, if stuff was, if you used to doing stuff for free, I spend a little bit of money, man, because these workers not going to have a job. And I'm kind of like, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but imagine you needing to keep your job and your company let you go because they're not making no money. That's what's going on with all these workers in Vegas. Nobody want to spend no money, so they're getting laid off. It's a cold world, man. But that's just for me. That's why I'm like, I can't just sit back and just be like, I don't want to spend no money on nothing. Like, that's just not how the world goes. Said Daylight closing is crazy work. I went there opening weekend for Alesso. Man, Daylight is legendary. I hope it's not permanent, but that's what the talks is. The talks is that it might be permanent. It might be a permanent closure. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's gonna be Light. Remember, Light nightclub closed a couple years ago, and now Daylight. Yo, I'm gonna have to smoke one for that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna have to light one up for real. So fries. Okay. Said not y'all. Zook, y'all. Zook's on the watch. Never been to Zook, but heard good things about it. See, that's an example right there. Got to check some of these spots out. The Rock Club concert venue, Vamps always also closed a couple months back. Oh yeah, Nick, I forgot about it. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I forgot about it too. They sure did. That's right. Say especially T-Pain love to see him live. Well, Pain gonna be out there soon. Oh no, he was just out there last weekend? But I know he gonna be back again. So yeah, I would definitely plan to try to make that happen soon. Changing of the guard, hip hop is moving out and country, western, and EDM theme is moving in. That is very true, actually. I saw somebody in one of my I think somebody commented on the video and said that hip hop in general, the genre is just not the same and it's starting to die. And I'm like, if you look around, that's a fact. It's definitely not the same as it used to be. Even the older artists that we grew up, like for those millennials, we got down to the 2000s, 2010s, them artists still trying to keep it afloat. But that is very true. And that's why I've been telling y'all better diversify y'all music, man. Y'all better open y'all ears and get in tune to something else. Otherwise, it's just not gonna be the same. Say IU is trash, close that and keep Zoo. Hey, that's funny. IU get mixed reviews. Some folks love IU. Some folks love IU. Some folks don't like it. I definitely get mixed reviews there. I've done a good number of business there this week. Say you definitely need the tip for sure. I agree with that. Even if what up, Thomas? Going to say, even if we spend money, businesses will continue to leverage technology to reduce overhead, such as kiosks. That is true. I don't disagree with that 100%. But what's going to happen is if you don't spend money, they're going to leverage it even more, and it ain't going to be no people to leverage because folk going to be gone. So you 100% correct on that. But you still need humans to some capacity to navigate. To navigate the new technology. You still going to need people to some degree. Say, yeah, where is the $39 Excalibur room? I'm pretty sure you can find that every week. Excalibur normally be on the low like that consistently. Robots already there. One hotel has a robot working the front desk. I can't remember which one. But it's off the strip. Yeah, I saw that. And then I saw Golden Gate downtown got rid of all of their dealers. I actually might have to go check that out while I'm in town. I need to go downtown. But I did see that. That Golden Gate is now officially dealerless and everything is just digital, which is insane. So I'm gonna have to go check that out. Said people forget that money makes the world go round. Yo, it definitely do. And I mean, it's all right. And I say I hate that I'm gonna have to say folks gonna learn stuff the hard way, but I've already in my mind started preparing for some major changes in Vegas that folk not gonna want to see, but you know, it is what it is. Who this? Corky, what's going on? Say love the hat, appreciate that. Yeah, shout out to the plug that sent this to me, man. Appreciate the support. Got this sent to one of my supporters, man. It go with the logo, and I ain't even when I had it created, I didn't even know that was in the plans. But yo, appreciate that. I don't know how they pulled off what they did this week, but hey, you know what I mean? Shout out to the home team. Hit that like button, yeah, for sure. Yeah, hit that like button for sure, man. Well, I'm about to get up out of here anyway. It's 6:30. It's about time for me to get over there to the after party. Said, I can't $20 tip a kiosk. There you go. There you go. Listen, I don't want to give all the gems out there, but yeah, that's why I'm just like, you know, being cheap won't get you so far. I'm trying to tell you. And I used to work in I worked at a number of customer service, and I worked at a tech company for 5 years behind the scenes with a lot of stuff y'all are seeing now. I seen it I seen it in advance. So just trying to tell y'all, man, it's gonna be crazy times, man. I'm just grateful that I'm able to record and film and make this content for y'all, so I can store these for memories, man. Because you know we gonna look back and see it for sure, and wish we had did more. That is facts. They have money and pineapples. I know that's right. Shout out, hey. That's a if you know type of time, man. All right, let me get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all support. Next weekend is to be determined. I'll make a community post, and let y'all know if I'm gonna go live next week. I'll be back in town next week for my event, to catch up with folk in the community and just to enjoy the times. I'll be out there. Hell, I'm out there. I'll be out there on Wednesday, the 30th, but don't none of y'all really bother me on Wednesday unless it's urgent. You know, then maybe I might say what up. And then I'm leaving on the 6th. So I'll be out there from Wednesday to Monday. So if y'all in town, holla at me. Let me know. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I'll post to let y'all know if I'm gonna go live. If not, I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. If I'm live, then I'll be temporarily live next week. From the event. I might go live. Well, if I go live, it'll be at the event. Because I don't think I can go live before that, because it's gonna be a long day. But y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all be safe at the party, folk. I'll see y'all in the few. The rest of y'all be easy. Don't take no day for granted. And I'll holler at y'all on the next stream. Y'all be easy. Shout out to Halloween too. Halloween gonna be a vibe.